Hello, hello. Welcome back. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, looking at the games. And what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to take a look at the games, see like the scoring like values for each game, and see like which games give the most points. Or like which games that if you get first that will probably boost you like the furthest. So first of all, Ace Race. So Ace Race is notorious for being like the game that if you get first in, you'll probably get first individual. So so the first place will get 400 plus 300, so 700 coins. 700 coins for first place. And the second place will get 390 plus 240, so 630. You'll get 70 more unmultiplied coins than second place if you get first. And that means that if, let's say, Ace Race is like game 6, multiplied by 2.5 multiplier, you will get more than 100 like multiplied points. So I guess that, and usually like the difference between first and third, with 380 and 380 plus 180 is 560, 700 is 140 coins. So let's say that you were in individual second with 2,200 and something coins, right? Because it's the sixth game. And then someone else in first with like 2,300 coins. If you get first and they get third, which is like a few milliseconds difference probably, or seconds, I guess, in the math, you will get like you will leapfrog them despite so you can. I think this is Ace Race is one of the most influential games for individual placements, but for, let's say, team placements, then it really depends on how good your team is, because like the bonus only lasts until 19th place. So if, let's say, that one person gets first and the rest of the team comes like 20th, or even if they come like 20th, 21st, 22nd, they will only get like slightly more than like 1,000, like probably about like 1,300 coins. Like that's not a lot. 1,300 unmultiplied coins, of course. Well, let's say if you get like 10th and then like 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, you will get, everyone has 60 coins, so 240 plus what? 300, 300, 290, 280, 270. That is like, what is it? 59, 87, 114. That's the almost the exact same. So like, even if you get first with the overwhelming 700 coins, if your team misses this bonus, your average will be like here in like the 10 to 15 range. Which, I mean, that's fair, but it just means that it is really, really individual based. Like, if you cannot carry your team in Ace Race. So in terms of team coins, everyone has to contribute on the team. In Battle Box, 15 coins for eliminations, 160 for winning a round. So every round, if you get 4 kills, you get 60 coins for the team. And if you win the round, you get 40 coins like split. So 1660 versus 160. So what that means is if you cannot take a fight, like you know you're not a good PvP team, you rush the wall. Like that's a fairly common strategy. You rush the wall so you can get the 160. At least you get the 160 coins, even though you're not getting the kill credit. And but if you can take a fight, then you will get 60 more unmultiplied coins than the person who's the team that is wall rushing. So you need to, decide whether that is worth it or not to just rush. Like maybe the first 2 rounds, you scout out the teams first, and if you think you can't win, they're probably like jump potions or some maps just let you rush. I don't know which map will be played if it is played, but some maps just let you wall rush. But if the map is like Canal or something like that, you're in good luck. Next up, big sales at Build Mart. It's just complete build fast. It is a snowballing game. It is a snowballing game. So build mart scoring is that hey, if you complete this build first, you get the most points, and then lower and lower points for second, third, and so on. But the problem with that is, well, if you complete a build first, you get to see the next build first. So naturally, the expectation is you'll complete that build first too. So it's a snowballing game. You complete the first one quickly, then you can just steamroll through the rest, and like you can just win. So it's important to get the first build like really fast, so that you can see the next one, and then you can just continue steamrolling past that. Basically, you see the difference between first and 10th. It's 108 unmultiplied coins, which means that if you were in 10th from the first build, if you can't catch up, the first place team will be getting 108 points for every single build that they do. Assuming they get all first and you get all 10. So let's say that you complete the same amount of builds. 10, right? 10 builds. Or 5. Let's say you complete those 6 builds. Sure, 6. Then the first place team will get like 648 more unmultiplied coins than you, because they complete all their builds first, because they got to see it first, because you were done with yours. So it's a really snowball game. So you need to rush, essentially. The Grid Runners. Grid Runners is the rooms, and then you complete each coins faster. You get coins for the rooms that you complete the fastest. And the thing about Grid Runner scoring is that it doesn't matter if you complete every room in first. Like, sure, like the prime example is MC 23 Blue, which completed Grid Runners in the record time. In the past, that would be awarded, but this time around, because they made like every room, it is not beneficial to your team if you dominate in a single room. Like, let's say that you complete one room in 9 seconds while everyone else did it in 15. That's a 4-second dominance, right? That is not actually good, because that means that in every other room you'll get like fourth or fifth fastest time, and every other team can leapfrog you the standings. You want to be like consistently like a few seconds, not seconds, but a few hundredths of a second or tenths of a second ahead of everyone in each room, so you get like the higher, like first, second, or third in every room, and that's how you get first. Basically, you need to speed on every room, of course. Hole in the wall. So the thing is about hole in the wall is that the biggest thing is these bonuses for first, second, and third. So if you, but at the same time, if you get third in 3 rounds in a row, your bonus still doesn't make, is still less than one first place. So what you're aiming for is, of course, the bonus range. Like, if you're a good player, of course, if you're like not confident in holding the wall, you just survive as long as possible. But if you're good at holding the wall and you're like one of the winning like contenders, then you would want to aim for at least second place because the difference between first and second is 30. The difference between first and third is 70. So like two second places beats one first place, while three third places does not beat one third place, no one first place. So you want to like make sure that you want to at least be second. And parkour tag. Parkour tag is interesting because there is almost no benefit to having two runners survive at the end, if that makes sense. So if if one runner uh, if one runner survives at the end, you get 60 points shared among the runners. If two runners survive, you still get 60 points. The difference is just the what's it called? The 2 points every 10 seconds. Like so, I guess if you're like at 55 seconds and there's only like 5 seconds remaining, and there are two players alive, one of them can, if they choose to, sacrifice themselves to ensure the other survival, if that makes sense. And Hunter scoring is 42 coins, tags on runners increase by 7 coins every 10 seconds. So, and 120 if Hunter tags all enemy runners turns. So basically, if you win every round, you'll get like 120 coins. But, so if the Hunter tags within 10 seconds, you get 42 coins. If 20 seconds and 35, 30, then what? 28. So basically, if you're a good hunter, of course you want to hunt as little time as possible. That's obvious, right? But I guess the main focus is not to like hunt. You want to hunt, like you want to put your focus on not letting the counter or like the timer reach the next 10-second mark. So let's say that you're at your hunting time's at 31 seconds. It doesn't matter if you hunt them in 31 seconds or 35 seconds or 39 seconds. As long as it doesn't reach 40, you're good. You get the exact same phone number. Of course, you want to hunt the other side first. That's the aim of the game. Sand of time. Of course, we know that there's the hunter strategy. No, not the hunter strategy. The vault rush strategy, where someone gets the blue key, someone gets the red key, they go to their respective paths, and there's one person, usually the best player on the team, that just runs around, like using like random like doors. Go to random paths, like clearing them out, getting coins. And I'm taking this from Dream, by the way, so you know. So Sands of Time, coin wise, your weakest or most non-confident runner should go for the blue key. Should go for the blue key, go down the blue path, try to find the blue vault. Because it is the simplest thing to do. You grab the key, you know where the key is, you go out there, and you know it's in that one path. You know that the blue key is in that one path, it can't be anywhere else. So as long as you just search the path, you'll find it. And after that, your job is done, right? It's a linear thing because you can't teach people how to deal with mobs and spawners. You cannot teach them how to like route properly or to memorize things more, right? So that's so you should put your like most non-common runner for the blue key, and then the red key should be your second, like the second best runner because it is a fairly straightforward thing too, but at the same time you're wasting time trying to do the word puzzle. So so they do the word puzzle and then they find the red ball, do the thing, right? And then of course the sandkeeper. The sandkeeper should normally it'd be the weakest on the team, but sometimes there are people that would be good at running too, but are genuinely good sandkeepers. Like these people are like Flip or Red or like Kara, and they're good sandkeepers. They're just good sandkeepers. So if you have a confident sandkeeper, you have a confident team. The sandkeeper's job is, of course, to say what the time is, go around the spawn, do all the stuff at spawn, and then tell you the time, the sand situation, etc., etc. But you'll learn that more from HBOM than from me. I might do a dedicated video on Santa Time soon, but we'll see. Sky Battle. Oh yeah, another trick in Santa Time is just go down random routes and just mark where you've been. That's like the simple strategy. It's the classic strategy. The Vault Rush thing is this dream strategy of Dream's take on it. Sky Battle. So Sky Battle. Of course, it differs for each map, the strategies, but usually if it's like the either Candyland or the Deagle, you start with Iron Chest Plate so you don't craft that, and then usually you would give your like best players your best stuff, but at the same time, it's 50 coins on personal eliminations. One kill gives you the same coins as if you survive to the end of the round. So surviving here isn't really that important. All things considered, surviving here isn't that important. It's important because of, but like if you get a chance to kill two people, like killing two people is the same as surviving to the end of the round, and yeah, it's pretty much the same as surviving to the end of the round. Like, okay, yeah, it's basically the same thing. So if you can get like 3 kills or 4 kills in a round, you don't actually need to survive until the end. Not like that's an added bonus for sure, but you've done well enough that you pretty much outperformed everyone else. And then survival games. Basically, Sky Battle is a more kill-oriented game than a survival-oriented game. Survival games, 65 points for personal elims, but this is a one-round thing. So where this is 3 rounds for 50 points for personal eliminations, this is a one round with 65 points for personal eliminations. So 180 coins for breaking open an airdrop. So in MC23, I noticed that there's not a lot of people actually going for the airdrops for some reason. It's worth like 3 kills each, almost 3 kills each. Of course, there's the survival points. So basically, if there is an airdrop, you want to contest it, at least contest it, so that if your team gets it and your team dies, you would be boosted like 3 places up. So, and at the end of the game, they usually give you placements based on how you do. But the difference between them is like 40 or between 30, 40, or 50 unmultiplied coins. And in the grand scheme of things, that that matters, but not that much because like that's like half a kill, or yeah, it's never more than one kill difference. So if you get like one more kill and then you die, and then let's say that you let's say that both teams have 0 kills, right? One team dies 10th, but gets 1 kill. The second team dies 9th, but they don't get any kills. The the first team will get 330. The second team will get 360, but the 330 plus the 65 is 395. You've leapfrogged the ninth place team. So kills are really important. If this team got an airdrop, they would be here in fifth. Of course, that is not counting survival coins, but that's just how broken airdrops are. So airdrops are really broken coin-wise. Well, I say broken, but it just means that they're really good coin-wise. But personal elims here matters a lot. You can get like up of several places with coin eliminations. So to get to the other side, scoring wise, so first to 10th gets a bonus, which is why in the last MCC you can see that when a team finished first, second, and third, and then didn't get the team bonus, they would still get first place on the map because like 80, 75, 70, right? And I guess it's the importance of individual bonuses. But let's say that you get fourth, seventh, and 10th, right? That even if your team gets fourth and like no fifth and ninth, two of the players in your members in your team get 60 and 40. That is enough to offset the first team bonus. Of course, assuming that none of these players are in the top 10. But let's say your team finished like first, fifth, ninth, and someone gets left behind. You'll get 80, and then so you get 180 on multiplied coins. That would be the same as some teams get the first team bonus while finishing in 8th and 10th. Like 8th, 10th, like 11th, 13th team bonus, right? You would get the same bonus having 3 people finish in first, fifth, and ninth. Then the teams finishing 8th, 10th, and first team bonus. That is the exact same. So finishing early for the team is the best, of course. So you might want to take some risks, probably, like to get to the top 10, because these bonuses are huge. Like, if you get 10th place, it's higher than the 4th team bonus entirely. And then Rocket Sleeve Rush. Rocket Sleeve Rush, I think is fairly straightforward. It's 10 coins per elim, so as much as it would be fun, you know, it's worth like 3 placements. So, like, if you can kill someone and then survive, then it's worth it. But if you kill someone and then you die, it's not worth it because if you would have survived, you probably would have outlived like 3 people or 4 people. So, personal elims, not that worth it here. Next up, additional bonus based on their placements. Okay, so the base here is 65, which means if you're 11th, you will receive 65 less unmultiplied coins than the 10th place. Well, 60 marbles, like 60. So basically, your aim is just to get to the top 10. Like, if you see 11th, then, just know that the gap between you and 10th isn't that close now because of the bonuses. So the aim is a top 10 every round. But you can offset this bonus using personal elims. I know I said they don't matter, but in this case, they do. Like, let's say you're in 8th place, and you see the 7th place person hovering above you. If you can hit them, then you will get 10 coins per elim, so you'll get 85 coins, and you will leapfrog their bonus. I guess that you using your personal eliminations can offset these bonuses because the difference between them isn't that big. And then knockdown. So if you're first, you'll get 210 coins. Second is 190. So the difference between these two is 20 and multiplied coins. Mm. And there are no coins for out surviving another team. This is the only coin you get for out surviving a team. There are no these coins like every time you out survive. There is nothing there for meltdown. So you want to go for kills. This is what matters the most. 25 for freezing a player. If you can, so basically coins like 3 coin crates is worth 1 elimination. So if you just think back, stay safe, and everyone in the middle, in MCC 23, how everyone collapsed to the middle to get the 18 coin crates or whatever. 18 coin crates gives you 180. What's it called? 180 coins. So if you can contest it, it is worth it to go for it. But at the same time, if you get about let's say you get 9 of the 18, with another team getting the other 9, you'll get 90. That is worth less than 4 kills, 4 freezes. I mean. So if you're sitting there getting 9 coin crates, while another team is sniping you from above and getting your team wipe, the team that is sniping you from above will get more coins than you did grabbing those crates. So it is worth it to go for it, but if another team contests it, you're going into some dangerous territory there. And also, I guess last important thing. The last important thing is that 10th place and first place, the difference is already huge. It's 180, right? Here the difference is 85. Here the difference is like 50, 45, right? Here the difference is, well, that's 320, but at the same time it's survival games. You know survival game scoring. This thing has 180 coins, and there are, I don't remember, is there 2 rounds, 3 rounds? 3 round. It is a 3 round thing where each round you get a chance of getting 180 coins in between you two. That's a potential of 540 coins. So Meltdown has a really high scoring parity. I mean, it is like SG, it is a high scoring game where if you win Meltdown, you probably can win the event just from Meltdown. Like Meltdown, it gives crazy points if you play it super optimally. So similar to how Season 1 SG works, that is Meltdown for Season 2. And you know how Dodgeball works. So that shouldn't be a big deal. There are some strategies, funneling, non-funneling. hot hands. But I think you've heard it all before. I don't need to go deep down on dodgeball. And that's the video. Thank you for watching. Peace out.